Hi, my name's Nick Francis and I'm from Cool Energy. We have done a project in Mexico called Luz Verde. It's a project that gives away 30 million light globes, energy efficient light globes, to 7.5 million poor families. And it's delivered under a program called the Clean Development Mechanism, which is a way that developed countries offset their emissions by paying for energy efficiency, in this case, in developing countries like Mexico. And the project, we are very proud for a number of reasons. First, it's the first ever particular type of clean development mechanism called the programmatic, which means you do one small thing. So we're doing our first program in Puebla, and we're giving 1 million light globes to 250,000 people. And then you can copy that. In this case, we think we'll be copying that in every state in Mexico, 30 states, over the coming year or so. Now, the interesting thing about it, once we've given out the 30 million light globes, is what that means for a number of different people. So for the households, it means for each household, it's a saving of 1 or 2 weeks' wages, and aggregated across all 7.5 million families, that's $165 million a year. But actually, that's also that electricity is subsidized by the Mexican government, because Mexican people are poor and it's a big part of their cost is their power. And so it saves the subsidy to Mexican government. That's a further $200 million a year. So you stick those two together, that's $365 million a year for every year those light globes are being used, which is about 10 years. So as well as the savings to government and to poor people, there's also the saving of not actually having to have power stations delivering that power. And 30 million light globes is equal to about 1.5 new power stations, about $600 million worth of power station. So that's a further saving. And the last thing, and in some ways in terms of climate change the most important, it reduces CO2 emissions, or the need for energy that has created those CO2 emissions, by 7 million tonnes. And 7 million tonnes is equal to taking every single car in Mexico off the road for a year. So it's a significant contribution. Now, the way that we've done that, as I said before, is by carbon trading and using the clean development mechanism. But that's only been possible through the great leadership and support from the Mexican government. They've not only been registered to be able to use CDM in Mexico, but they've also given us financial support and the support of the departments to think about how we're going to do this. On the ground, we're working with 2 big chain stores, and Comex and Coppel every day are opening their stores, and people can take in their old incandescent light globes and swap them for energy efficient ones. And we're also letting everyone know about that using the Media Council and Televisa. And Televisa are the largest Latin American media company. So that's happening on the ground. But to make that happen, we've had to actually work with some other people. So we needed to sell these credits. And of course, we haven't only just started, so we haven't created them all yet. And so we're working with a power company called Eneco in Holland, who have bought the credits. And we are borrowing the money against supplying those credits from ING. So all of those together with our kind of joint partner in this, Philips, who supply the light globes, means that we've now got a project with lots and lots of different players from around the world that deliver CO2 reductions and significant financial savings in Mexico.